Hi, this is Sarah Frederick from Art 296, and this is my demo video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to hand press with a wood block, but at home. So, a lot of things are going to be different right now because I am at home. I don't have access to a press, and I don't have access to the inks I would normally use. So today we're going to be hand pressing with mulberry paper because it's thin enough to get an even amount of pressure to actually have our image show through. We're going to be using a pre-cut wood block. This one has the image of a buck on it. And we're going to be using water-soluble speedball paint ink. Now, the first step you want to do is you want to get your wood block clean. If it's not already, you don't want dry ink on it. And then you're going to want to take your ink and you're going to want to put it on a piece of plexi. Just a little bit. Because you can always put on more, but you can't put it back in the tube. Now, we're going to take our soft brayer and we're going to just roll this ink out so that it's even, but we're going to want to keep the area small so that we're not wasting any ink. So we're going to go in one direction. We're going to go up with moving our brayer up off of the plexi every time we go back so that the wheel can fully rotate and get ink on every part of the wheel. Now we want an even coating on the sprayer so that we get a cool, good coating on our woodcut. Now we're going to get an even coating on our brayer by going in both directions, making sure that the ink is even. And the way you know that is because you can see when you're rolling your brayer on your ink that it's not making any marks. It's just staying flat. Now, once we have a lot of ink built up on our brayer, we're going to go over to the wood block and we're going to just roll that ink on there. See how there's a nice even covering on there? That's what we want. Now, how it's turning gray, means I need more ink on my brayer. So I'm going to go over and just pick up more ink, making sure that I'm covering the entire roll and going back over. And I'm just going to keep continuing this process, maybe putting out just a little bit more ink until my deer is completely covered. So just wait a moment while I do that. Now, I sort of like that rough edging that I have going on there, so I'm going to keep it. You could cover the entire block if you wanted to, but I do like how it's fading around the edges. So we're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to get it wet. Now, because I don't have a basin, I'm going to use a spray bottle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spray our paper, and then we're going to take a rag or a paper towel that we don't care about and just, get those water droplets off and make the water evenly distributed on our paper. Now we're going to take our wet paper with the wet side down and go onto our inked wood block. And we're just going to smooth it out with our hands, putting just a little bit of pressure. And now we're going to go over it again, but this time putting a lot of pressure down. If you want something that can help you with this process, is a wooden spoon that you can take and you can go over your wood block. Now you can already see, because the mulberry paper is so thin, that you can see some of the ink coming through. Excuse me. And I'm just going to continue just rubbing that puck out. That, okay. And that should be good. This should be good. Now, because we are hand pressing, and I would do this anyway with a press, what we're going to do is we're going to just take a sneak peek at what that would look like. See how that's nice and black and we have a lot of good contrast? If that was too light, the reason that we do this is because if that is too light, it's halfway still attached, which means we could just put this back in place and just put a little bit more pressure on it just to make it dark enough, you know? Now, once we get the consistency that we want, we can fully take off our print from our wood block. And this is what we get from this particular wood block. Now, the contrast and what we have can vary based on how much ink and how much pressure you put on the page. But for the most part, this is the image that you're going to get from this particular wood block.